Melt and pour soap is an easy way to make custom soap. We're going to break down the information together so it's easy to understand, and we'll make it fun. Melt and pour soap is a soap base. It can be used as is or melted and mixed with other ingredients. You melt it, mix it with the ingredients you want, pour it, and let it cool. Soaps are made by combining fats with a strong alkaline solution, also known as lye. Melt and pour soap has already gone through this process. It's already soap. Using melt and pour soap is an easy way to customize your own soap creations without going through the extra chemical process involved when using a harsh ingredient like lye. That's why many people call working with melt and pour soap crafting, because you're not actually making soap. You're customizing soap to make it amazing. Here are some different types of melt and pour soap. There are many different types of melt and pour soaps. They're usually white or clear. At Simply Earth, we carry a white base and a clear base. Our white base is named after the fat that is used in the saponification process, shea butter. Shea butter soap is moisturizing and cleansing. Our clear soap is called glycerin soap. Glycerin soaps have the fats removed after the saponification process, leaving glycerin and soap as its end result. Glycerin soaps are hydrating and cleansing. They draw water to the skin, which hydrates it and improves the appearance. In melt and pour soap recipe, bases can be used interchangeably or together, but which base you use will impact how your soap looks. Here's a look at some of the different things you can make with melt and pour soap. Cleansing soap bars, exfoliating soap bars, liquid soap, foaming shave soap, and dish soap. Ingredients and supplies for melt and pour soap. Melt and pour soap bases can be used by themselves. No extra ingredients are needed. But if you want to make your own custom beautiful soaps, you'll want to add some ingredients. Essential oils. Essential oils add aroma and benefits to your soap. Based on the essential oils you pick, you can choose soothing, muscle soothing, uplifting, or calming benefits. Carrier oils, you can add a super small amount of carrier oils to your soap for skincare benefits. However, you don't need them to dilute essential oils like you do in other recipes. Essential oils will get diluted into the melt and pour soap. Adding too much carrier oil will change the consistency of the soap. Mica powders. To get natural, vibrant, beautiful colors, you can add mica powders to your soaps. It's best to first mix your mica powders with 99% rubbing alcohol. This will help disperse the color throughout the soap evenly. If you don't first mix it with rubbing alcohol, the mica powder will clump and take a little bit longer to mix. Epsom salt or other mineral salts. Salt can be added to your melt and pour soaps for exfoliation. Salt is quite abrasive and is best for recipes used on rough skin like the bottoms of feet rather than the face or arms and legs. Oatmeal. Oatmeal is commonly added to melt and pour soap bases for gentle exfoliation and skin soothing benefits. Sugar can be added to create a cleansing and exfoliating properties. Clay is a gentle exfoliant and can add natural color to your soaps, and it supports skincare. Flowers. Flowers like lavender buds can be added to soap. However, adding flowers to soap can make the soap discolor and turn brown. You'll also need soap molds. There are many different kinds of soap molds. There are small single cavity soap molds, perfect for making 1 bar of soap. There are soap molds with several cavities so that you can make several single bars at once. And there are loaf molds. Loaf molds create bars of soap that you will need to cut after the soap has cooled. Depending on the design you want to use for your soap and how many bars of soap you want to make will determine what mold you use. Single cavity molds, like our Simply Earth soap molds, are perfect for making a quick bar of soap as needed. Our 6 cavity soap mold at Simply Earth we carry. This mold allows you to make up to 6 bars of soap at once. Our Simply Earth loaf mold. The Simply Earth soap mold allows you to create designs in your soap that aren't possible in single cavity molds. Loaf molds allow you to make vertically orientated designs. For example, with this type of mold, it's easier to make an ocean-themed soap where the bottom layer looks like sand with different shades of blue on top. Essential oils for melt and pour soap. Any essential oil will work for melt and pour soap. However, you may want to stay away from oils that are irritating to the skin, like cinnamon or cassia essential oils. If you choose a hot oil, make sure to use it in a small amount in your soap so that it is properly diluted. How to make soap using melt and pour soap. 1. Cut the soap into 1-inch cubes. Cutting your soap into cubes allows the soap to melt more evenly and prevents the soap from overheating when you melt it. Step 2 is to melt the soap. You can do this in a double boiler or in the microwave using short intervals and stirring in between each interval. You want the soap to become one melted consistency without it bubbling up. It's really easy to overheat melt and pour soap. When the soap base is overheated, it bubbles up. You can still use overheated soap. It will still work like soap. However, the finished bar will be hard and not as pretty to look at. Step 3 is to add ingredients. Add whatever ingredients you are adding to your soap. If your soap gets too cool and starts to solidify, you can remelt it. At this point, you may divide your soap into bowls to create different colors or layers for your soap. Step 4 is to pour your soap. Next, pour your melt and pour soap base into a mold to totally harden. Pouring is a great opportunity to add stripes, swirls, and other designs to your soap. If you are layering different melt and pour soap mixtures, you'll need to spray each layer with rubbing alcohol. This will bind the layers together. If you don't spray the soap with rubbing alcohol, the layers of soap will not stick together. Step 5 is to cool. The soap will first cool along the outside of the mold. It may look like the soap is totally hardened, but the middle may still be liquid. You'll want to wait to remove it from the mold until the soap is totally cool. Depending on how large your soap is will determine how long it will take. That's it. Making your own soap using melt and pour soap base is super easy.